Hey,
Hi everyone.
Hey,
and
welcome to
the
Final Fantasy
Randomizer.
Randomizer.
It's gonna be
Hey,
great. It's gonna be a
it's
good
gonna
game
be
tonight.
a good weekly race here.
Yeah,
Hey,
lots of good stuff going on. Wait, hang on.
wait, why are you talking? I thought I was
Why are you-
doing this.
Why are you talking? I thought I was doing this.
But wait. Yeah, did somebody set commentary to Tri-State?
They might have, and that's the theme of the race tonight. Tri-state everything. Basically, the runners have an idea of what potentially is going to be incentivized and what a location might be. For example, for items, the Mazza, Vorpal, Defense, Thor Hammer, Opal Bracelet, Bonk, White, and Black shirts might be randomized. They might not be.
Yeah, and similarly, our runners might find an incentivized item in Earth, Sea, Fire, Sky, Canary Lock, or Marsh Lock. Those might be incentivized. Who knows? But what we do know is that we will have a tail for free, and we will have cursed and blessed weapons. So those are some fun experimental flags we're going to be playing with as our runners explore this broken, shattered world. As it looks like we got Bert doing a last-minute name change, and then we'll get our runner. Oh, he's doing a full party swap.
Ooh. So what parties do we have going on right now? Because we didn't fuss anything with parties, so they can take whatever they want. I see Fighter Red, White, Black.
So Fighter Rainbow.
So Fighter Rainbow on Show and Thunder. I see Black Belt Rainbow on Dengwu, and I see Fighter White Double Black on Bird. Oh, which of these do I like?
I like Bert's party. That's my safe turtling party. You're guaranteed life, you're guaranteed evasion magic, and you're guaranteed 2 temper casters. So I like the Bert Reynolds party. The Dangwu ambivalence party, I'm less a fan of. Yeah, the black belt. I like the left side of the screen, so we're gonna see the difference between Show's Fighter Rainbow and Thundercloud's Black Belt Rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
And Bert, I guess, is gonna do some theory crafting for me or play testing to see if this party works in this setting. And Dangwu is doing dang strats out the gate, so this will all be good.
I want to understand Dang's party. I feel like
I think Dangwu wants to understand Dang's party. Maybe he's got it on Tri-State.
Maybe I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm seeing Fighter Red Black with a Dan, and for whatever reason, we decided to Dan a black belt.
Yeah, or if like there's a early, because we do have encounters shuffled across zones.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is like a Gershark or a fighter off a hard reset outside of Elfland or something, we might see a black belt ride. So
maybe,
yeah. But we're gonna go ahead and get our runners released and running, so we can start seeing what this seed is gonna do to them. Oh, this is gonna be good, Fizzle. I'm excited.
This is gonna be a good night. I can't wait.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so many boxes that are just like, what? Are we about to find something good or not?
Yeah. Oh, look, 10 gold. Neat. I guess that wasn't incentivized. Or if we find just like a random loose... Ooh, we got a Q block immediately.
Wow.
Alright, what do we got for sale? We've got +3 silver, +3 sabers look like. That's pretty good. +4 chain is really nice.
We got the level 1 nuke.
Okay, so... And warp, so we got some handy dandy stuff.
I tell you what, that cube tile is looking mighty tempting to explore and grind at right now.
Yeah, we got everyone's gonna have at least 2 nuke casters, so this is an easy way to get to level 10 pretty quick if that spike tile's got something fun on it. Now I did miss level 1 white magic.
It was Cure, and level 1 white magic did not impress me. It was like Cure and things that are worse than Cure.
And Dangwu picking up the confusion to if we get an early carry find.
I guess.
Yeah, it's Dang. Dang's gonna do Dang things, and that's including confusion.
Yeah. And already Thunder is gonna go investigate that trap tile. Dangwu's gonna go investigate that trap tile. I don't know why they're Oh, they're resetting because those are bad encounters. And what do we got? We got a mummy pack.
That's
yeah.
not terrible.
Sure, we'll take some
If-
easy levels off this.
Yeah, if we get turn order and they don't have anything too nasty on them.
Yeah.
And Thunder is the first to microwave his mummies and is immediately rewarded with level 7.
Mm-hmm.
And get a walkout versus warping. So trusting the encounter table not to bite him there.
A single nuke is going to take care of at least half of the encounters out there, so it's a little gambly, but
we don't know.
Not that much.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to be there because the encounters are shuffled across the zones. As we find something wiped out Bert on the mummies, so the mummies are packing something. Because he just took a reset, and he's.
I don't think he made it to the tile. I think he was just taking the trash fights.
I definitely think something caught him, but we won't know until we see mummies again. And Show's going to give us another look. They got Frost. Danny, our tracker, pointing it out for us. Thank you, Danny. And he also is just down to 1 light worse. I don't know if he was trying to do this on purpose to get a bunch of levels, or if he was just trying to go to a solo fighter.
So what do we do with that solo fighter? Because we can't get through him.
He's leaving the white mage down, so that was an attempt to three-man the party.
That makes more sense.
Thundercloud's in our vanilla Provoca location, because towns are not shuffled while all the other entrances and floors are. And Pirates with Poison Touch. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just, all it does is make me open the menu after the pirate fight. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah. And rewarded with some explosives.
Neat.
Yeah. And for sale in Provoca, no shop item.
Very cheap tents though. Cheap tents is an amazing thing for entrance shuffle because you can just, drop a tent outside of anything before you even go inside of it.
And TOF looks like it was vanilla, so Temple of Fiends, being a Temple of Fiends makes that a little easier. Garland eats a nuke though.
Interesting.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Pro Ring -2 in Provoca. No other notable good armor.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we should take a minute to talk about what all these plus and minus numbers are next to all the gear, because I know I'm confused about it.
Yeah, so basically armor and weapons can roll a random bonus 1 to 5, and that indicates, basically if you're familiar with D&D or anything like that, like a +2 weapon, a +3 weapon, the +1 through 5 indicate increases in the weapon stats, everything from damage to crit rate to hit, and for armor it's evasion and absorb. You have a better understanding of exactly how those numbers relate to the actual increases on the item though, so I'll let you talk about that.
Sure, so when absorb is higher, that means that any given hit against you essentially is reduced, like the power of that hit is reduced by that much damage. You can see as an example for something that hits, like Gurmedusas. We'll take Gurmedusas as an example. They get 9, 12, 15 hits, but against a knight with a lot of absorb, they'll do 1 damage. Whereas against something like an unarmored black mage, it would be 100 damage. Evade is the all-important evade stat. It's the thing that we need to never be hit by things ever, just because of how attacks are calculated in FFR. Evade overrides accuracy for all intents and purposes. So more evade is always, always good. And what was the other stat that's affected?
For armor, it's just evasion and absorb. For weapons, it's hit, damage, and
crit, I think.
Crit rate, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hit and crit are self-explanatory, but the neat thing about the increase to hit rate is that starts to interact with the hit rate formula, and that's the only way, essentially, that we'll get more hits than we should. It's every 32. Wait. Every 32 hit rate is a swing of the weapon when you use the fight command. I think. It's been a while since I've looked at the formula, but I'm pretty sure it's around every 32 is another swing of the weapon, plus the one base one.
So Thunder and Show both have found the Sky 1 floor in Matoya's, and Thunder a little more methodical, clearing it out, burning counters, and he's going to go to the next floor here.
Shoutouts to Sho Fukumachi's heal -5 helmet.
Oh yeah, and we got the TFC floor, so Thunder going to continue his thoroughness checks, checking the top box first, which is the often ignored box in the Sea Shrine.
Mm-hmm.
How many seeds have you played where that's been loose canoe or loose progression?
One notable one that I remember because I skipped that one, and I did the whole rest of the game in an airship before I went back and found that canoe.
Ooh,
so now I check that box every time.
Dangwu found blue stake on the world map.
Oh. The prophecy.
It's been fulfilled.
The mythical blue stake. We are all blessed this great day.
Praise to the blue stake. King given herb, so Canary Castle in Dwarf Cave gives us bottle and herb, or Oxyal and herb, I'm sorry. So all the contraband items in the castle.
If we get a boat or an airship and a canoe anytime soon, that opens a on-rack check, because now we can see what's on the other side of that.
True story, yeah. So we still got to find out what's in the bottom of this Matoya's cave. And Dangwu heading back. Probably looks like progression's going to be here in Matoya's. A Bane +5 sword. Neat. That's actually probably a pretty viable in-game weapon now.
Yeah, with the free tail, well, we need to upgrade before we can swing it, but with the free tail, that's just a matter of finding the Bahamut.
We got Grimps in the waterfall. Super cool. And Red D's in the water. I love the enemies shuffled across zones, because we talk about seeds that generate, or flags that generate runner discomfort, and I think that is probably the easiest way to do it. It's something that doesn't get turned on a lot in our weekly races or our official flags for events and stuff. But another one that works like that is what you just saw Thunderclaw do. You just killed a bat. So we have NPC guillotine working. But yeah, the shuffled enemies across zones, it can make for some really spicy grinds, and it can make for really harrowing low-level dungeons and really easy Temple of Fiends Revisited. So
yeah,
when you're running across just vanilla wolves, and yeah.
Yeah, you nailed it. Like the way I always think of shuffle encounter zones is all the early dungeons get harder, all the later dungeons get easier, and basically every dungeon is now Marsh Cave from the perspective of like disastrous density of different things that can throw stuff at you. Like if you think of just everywhere as Marsh Cave, like that starts to loose boat.
Yeah, we got a loose boat in the waterfall with the incentive crown. So Matoya's was holding with the waterfall cave, one loose, and Thundercloud, our first runner to get the ship and begin sailing the high seas. We got free bridge, we got free canal, so every entrance except the Cardias, waterfall, ordeals, and Gaia Lefane are on the table for him.
So here's some fun theory crafting. We found a boat that was loose. The boat was incentivized. That tells us there are more incentivized items than locations. Mm-hmm. Can we do anything with that math?
Probably not. I think it just means that we're gonna hit some dud floors. We're gonna hit, Earth. We're gonna hit the rod floor, and there's not gonna be anything of note behind the vampire, that kind of thing. But we do have a lot of junk in the pool with the incentive gear.
Yeah. But it's nice to know that we now know that at least one of these locations is not a thing.
Yeah.
No, we don't know that, sorry, because it's potentially 26 items max and 24 locations max. Yeah. Never mind. We can do literally nothing with this thing that we have uncovered.
Maybe we found one of our two loose. So Thunderclaw making the smart choice, heading down to Elfland, and gets rewarded with Lit 3. So we have Nuke, we have Fire 3, and we have Lightning 3 in the first 3 levels of magic.
That's a good day.
And Fade and Cure 4. So the white mages are going to be rewarded with Fade, the reds will get the Consolation Cure 4.
Given how good the rest of black magic is, I still say this would be a victory for anyone who didn't take a white mage.
But there's Exit, also locked to white mage, so Warp is sharing a slot with Nuke, so
shoutouts to the Seed for calling me a liar immediately and efficiently. I really like it like that.
Tri-State Fizzle being right. This is fun. I like it. So technically this seed is rewarding the people that brought Rainbow.
Right.
Because they might
good Rainbow Seed, yeah.
Yeah. And even for the folks that didn't bring the white mage, they'll still get life at promotion. Mm-hmm. And they'll have Cure 4, so they'll get the poor man's life too. It just takes 2 slots to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we got blue-red Ds on Burt Reynolds' screen, so if he wasn't already uncomfortable enough with shuffling crowners across zones, he threw Palette Shuffle on top of it. As Thunder finds Agama floor, so we still haven't found an incentive dungeon floor yet.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a lot of good chest density early on. +3.
We've also got and 2 different grind tiles to check out. We've got the Gurworm grind tile and we've got the Agama grind tile.
We got another free pro ring, so that's cool. Even though it's -2, it still has its bonus. It still has its resistances.
Yeah. Yep, you want that for the death what? I guess
that's a good tile to find, because that's literally right inside the first door too. So there's our black belt grind when we get enough key items.
Mm-hmm.
So the French vanilla Agama grind is a thing. The matcha tea.
Green tea Agamas, is that what we're going with? I mean, yeah.
Because they're not French vanilla.
Right.
Because they're green.
Yeah.
Food. Loose chime.
Alright, so there's our second loose.
No more loose items.
We can still not do any math or do anything useful with this information.
Nope. Because what do our runners need to beat this game? They find the 4 fiends.
Right.
They need a key and they need a loot.
Yep. Yes.
Everything else is just set dressing. So we might need that chime. We might not. That chime might lead to a Cardia treasure floor with a bunch of cool stuff, or a bunch of wooden armor. It's like +5. Oh, we found a Cardia treasure. We're running out of those.
Would I wear wooden armor +5?
Why would it?
I have to do.
But would you wear Opal +5?
Yes, I would. Absolutely. Give me that.
So that's the big takeaway there for Thunderclaw in the bottom of that marsh dive. +5 Opal and a chime. That +5 Opal gets to get sold because he's the Black Belt Rainbow team.
Oh, it's a little awkward, but that's still going to be a lot of money when you throw it in the vendor wood chipper.
Mm-hmm. But Thunder just cruising along, running this thing with a nice efficiency to his checks.
Yeah.
And Bert looks like he's a little behind, but his party comp, switching to the 3-man, he'll get a lot more experience early on. And ooh, we found Tia. Is Thunder gonna do it? So
Can we do it?
Warmech is set to vanilla.
Which means not here, because we're shuffling encounter zones.
Yeah, so Warmech could be anywhere. He's not
Right.
unleashed, but he's in an encounter table, so I guess he's not kept in this encounter zone.
Right.
So that's gonna be fun when our runners are just like running through March Middle, and it's like, hey, I have a Warmech.
I know. I can't wait. That's gonna be one of the great surprises of this whole seed. It's gonna be terrific.
Get your guesses out there in chat. Where's Warmech gonna be?
Yeah. Where in the world is Warmech?
San Diego.
That doesn't quite work. We need to workshop that.
And Thunder, as his namesake revealed, as he gets thundered by Tia, and just with a comment, LOL first. But with that +5 Bane Sword, he's got a cheeky out here. In theory.
If only the +5 worked, like, accuracy on the spell.
Mm-hmm. That would be neat. But we're gonna heal 3, and Tia's showing her less impressive abilities, like squirting ink in their faces, as it's gonna give Thunder the opportunity to get back his HP to survive another round of Thunder, which is real good.
Right.
Because Tia looks pretty happy to just let that rip every now and then.
I think with only the one black magic caster we have left, spamming Nuke could get there.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we're out of heal 3s, I think Nuke is going to be the backup plan.
And hope that she rolled low.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, but Bane comes through, and like that, Thunder at around 19 minutes has lit his first orb and is through the northwest castle. So
Nice.
Thunderclaw's not really having an issue with these tri-state craziness. But that also means he'll likely be the first one to find out what's gonna slow our runners down, as Dangwu finds a forest fire south of Provoca. As Sho is now into the Marsh Cave, going to get his treasure. He's going to be probably super excited to see that +5 opal armor reward. And
I'm a little sad that no one has tried to just gamble and head out of the inner sea, because we've got Free Canal, and I don't know.
I think it works with this because the towns are still vanilla, so you're going to want to get that first 4 levels of magic, and while you're in the Elfland area, might as well check Elfland Castle, which has anybody done? Has anybody walked into Elfland Castle?
I thought someone did. I know a lot of people have been to Elfland, and I could swear someone's been inside the castle.
But, I mean, like, while you're in the area, might as well check everything around here and then break out the inner sea, as Thunder's doing this right now. He's going to get super excited to see that not only is this Temple of Fiends vanilla, but Canary Castle's right around the corner into the Dwarf Cave.
Mm-hmm.
So the lead that Thunder had, I didn't realize that he hadn't done this yet, so it's still a little ahead, but not as far ahead as I thought he was.
Right, it's basically alternating circles in the inner sea, which again, I'm a little sad that someone didn't just decide to wake up on the adventurous side of the bed and decide, you know what? F this, Titans East.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I still think Thunder will probably pop out, hit Melmond, hit the Earth Cave, and then probably head to Crescent, get the free item there, and then...
Oh, there we go. Elfland Castle was Titans.
Okay. So are we going to have I love when Titans rolls early and we got to find the ruby, go through Titans, get to the other side, and it's like Cardia Bottom or Titans West, and you got to walk down. That's some of my favorite stuff right there.
That Titan wormhole, especially when it leads to something.
All right. right, well, we got level 5. Cure through life 2. Reward for the white mage. So that life 2 is unfortunately locked out of everyone else. As
Red mages got life, they're fine.
yeah, but life 2 is a whole lot cooler. As the black magic doesn't really roll anything too good other than lock. Lock and ice 2. It's fine. Lock will be good if the evade rolls high and Topher.
Honestly, with the firepower we've got in levels 1 through 3, I could easily see just passing on the ice 2 here, but that lock is safety for the end of the game.
Yeah. And we do have access to fast, I think it was level 3. I don't think we've seen temper yet, so we're going to want to hope that temper is in 6 and hopefully in top slot. So reds and black will definitely be able to get it and get a good amount of charges for it. As Titans East is the Volcano Armory, some more fun chest to check, and we know that we can do the Soria grind here too.
Yep, it's a little bit more awkward to get to, but it's still doable.
But that was an Ice 2 sword.
That sounds kind of really good, actually.
It was an Ice plus 2 sword, not an Ice 2 spell sword. Because item magic is vanilla, so our runners could find a straight up white shirt, straight up black shirt, defense sword. They didn't want to take any of those safety measurements away from them.
Can you imagine calling this when it's item magic and cursed and blessed weapons is just like, it's a nice 2-3 shirt, and everyone is just like, eh?
We did that. That happened the other night. It was pretty funny. Yeah. I think it was when, I don't know, I've been doing too many comments. I think it was Dangle and I doing commentary on that. Maybe it was when I was doing it with Ale and Thundercloud. But yeah, the Ice 3 plus 3 staff. The Ice 6 stick.
Shoutouts to Zeus -4 gauntlets. We got those.
Zeus -2. This is lit 2. Slit -2. Alright, we got a lot of money. We got a lot of money in Tyros on the fire tile. So that's a pretty good spike tile to find. The fire elemental took shape and lost his arms in the process, but he got a really cool tail.
Yeah, with the weapons we've got and the level 1 nuke, that's an okay grind tile if you're really desperate for levels right now, but that Saria one's going to be better in the long run, I think.
Yeah, especially because it's rolling. It looks like it's rolling a lot of 3-packs.
Yeah.
So that's the TOF Saria tile, not the overworld one. So that's a really good distinction to find. Because the first time we found it, it only had 2 Sarias on it. So
that's not your dad's Saria tile. It's a whole new thing. We've got 2 to 4 instead of 1 to 2.
It's your mom's Saria tile.
Oh.
But we had a rune plus 3 sword. So all those parties, it took a thief. Wait, no, it's not a thief. Thief probably would have been okay with these flags. I think Thief benefits the most from the loose adamant and dwarves. Love it.
Wow.
Oh no, hooray dwarf! How are you not gonna hooray after getting the? Oh wow! Now go turn into TNT and get the canoe and just free seed is free.
You got to hooray after that. Well, he's gonna warp out. You had to hooray.
I can't believe.
Gotta be. Oh my god!
I can't believe that happened.
You gotta.
That might have been the laziest, freest dwarf cave I've ever seen. Because TNT was from. Is that Bicky had TNT?
Yeah, Bicky had TNT. Yeah, Bicky had TNT.
So you beat up some pirates to get a bomb, and while you're going to go turn in the bomb to your explosives expert, you find a rock in the closet of the guy that wants to work with the rock. You bring it to him, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I turned it into this floater thing."
My god, the mystical adamant that I've not seen for 1,000 years. And it's just like, dude, did you check your house? I checked your house.
Hooray Dwarf is a hoarder. It's buried. It's buried under those old newspapers. Was that +4 silver bracelets? Is that better than a gold -1
I
bracelet?
think it was -4, and the gold bracelets were +1.
Okay. Well, that's less exciting. I like when the plus and minus on the gold and silver bracelets basically balance each other out, that the silver bracelet's just a cheaper, better alternative.
I mean, that just means that, like, mage armor is going to be nightmarish.
True. But the grumpy old men in Crescent Lake are packing the crystal. So Thunder's making pretty good progress getting these key item turned in. And that's the incentive sky floor. So this is going to be our first tri-state check here. And with the weapon bone, or the blurst and cursed weapons, we might see something as wild as like a +5 Masa or a +5 Vorpal.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Thunder taunting us by warping out before he goes to the incentive chest.
Oh, so
what do we got? Aha! We can now conclude that at least one location was not incentivized.
Yep.
That one.
We got chat calling for a +5 katana to sell to the vendor, I guess.
Yeah. +5 vendor sword. Hey.
Does it make it sell for more?
Maybe.
Probably not.
It already sells for a lot. We can hope.
So basically, yeah, if our runners had the knowledge, like, or the guts to do what you called for, the cheeky checks, if they had just bust out after doing Provoca, they would have been rewarded in that dwarf cave and been airborne at like the 6-minute mark.
See, Fizzle is always right. Except, just ignore all those parts where he was wrong earlier. Shoutouts to Ribbon 2 that Thunder just got at some airship required location, I think.
I like when the ribbon rolls negative because it's a ribbo. It's a ribbo -2. But Show getting his laziest dwarves ever award, and will be airborne in the next 45 seconds. And Thunder doing all these entrance checks, you can't blame them. Sky Maze. Dangwu just gonna bonk off the Hooray Dwarf. No love for Hooray.
No one likes joy. That's the problem with these kids today. They get things handed to them and they don't even say hooray to the local Hooray Dwarf.
Thunder gonna take on a Lich here.
Sure.
Chat pointing out that they're sparing the Hooray Dwarf to the NPC guillotine. Fine. I guess it checks out.
I mean, the beauty of Schrodinger's Hooray Dwarf is that when you leave the area, he comes back to life.
Yeah, it's like multiplicity.
And while you're there, you just hit him on the head, and then you absorb all his powers,
and
then you take off.
You crack him open like a Kinder Egg.
Yeah.
Chat calling for the existential crisis dwarf. It's no longer a Hooray Dwarf, it's who am I? Who am I, dwarf? Another Ice 2 sword and a Flame 5 sword. So Thunder getting all this wonderful equipment that he can equip on his Red Mage.
Is Flame 5 better than Ice 2? I don't think so.
So it would be +5 hit. It's +10 hit
Right.
Wait, +5 damage plus 15 hit plus 5 crit? Is that how it works? Because it's 2, 3, 1?
Let me find the source math real quick.
Sure. So we did find an Aegis -1, so
So
less than
that would have been 10 damage, 15 hit, 5 crit.
yeah. So that's half a swing on that +5.
Does the
And
10 power catch it up to an ice sword? I don't think it does.
yeah, because if on the ice sword it would just be +4 damage.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4, 6, and 2.
Yeah.
Um,
Now that ice sword's better.
all right. Show in Gaia. Can check the item shop here. Still no vendor item, so we still got to go check Onrak and the caravan. I was gonna say I think the caravan might be closer, but he's gonna do start the full Cardia sweep. No, I thought flying right would have been quicker, but I'm gonna defer to shows. Oh, okay, so he's not going right to the caravan either. And there it is. So unfortunately, no Titan wormhole this seed.
Yeah.
But it would have been neat.
Oh well.
But Titans isn't an incentivized location, so
Yeah, Titans is confirmed incentivized, so we know
yeah.
something gonna be there. Because we know we have loose items.
Yep, and Thunder finds the loot in Marsh, which is an incentivized location, so that is not a surprise. However, the locked room is Tri-State, and we don't have
A key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got a slab, so that's another little fetch chain to jump down. That should be pretty easy to complete with Vanilla Towns on. And I missed where Thunder went into to find this. Is this still the bottom of Volcano? Yes. Okay. And we got Ali Gerbrap in chat. Good to see you, Ali Gerbrap. Hope to see you sign up for the 2020 spring tournament, which is going to be kicking off here in about 3 weeks or so.
But Caleb, what is the 2020 spring tournament?
It's a spring tournament for Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we got a lot of signups. We might be looking at 6 weeks of Swiss, so lots of races coming up. We're going to be doing every week will be the same flag set except with one minor tweak, which will be the difference of one incentivized location. So 1 week it might be the Earth Cave, week 2 it could be the Volcano, Sea Shrine, and the
Space
Sky
Cave.
Sky Cave. And then after all of that, there'll be a Chaos Week where none of those locations will be incentivized. And then in the 6th week, it will be just another random Fiend Dungeon that would just be rolled at the beginning of that week. But that's a lot of very specific details. There's a tons more information on the Discord. People have been practicing the Swiss seeds. It's a lot of fun. So, Ali Gerbrap, good to see you. I know you're in Spring Tourney 2019. I hope to see you in 2020 along with everybody else. We got a lot of new faces. It's exciting.
Meanwhile, Show just got done with the slab fetch quest, and we got a bog standard defense.
That's real good. You know, it's. I think a plus defense is icing on the cake. A minus defense, and just like whatever. It's still just I'm just going to use it for ruse anyway.
Yep.
So.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
it's
okay.
Defense is one of those things I treat as like a Topher win condition. Like, is in between that and like a power gauntlet, I can pretty reliably consider myself able to, like, unless Chaos is super spell happy with like all the most dangerous spells and skills, a defense on an adequately leveled fighter or black belt is just gonna win the fight.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Bert abandoned the 3-man party, did that Soria grind, and now his 4 light warriors are looking pretty good. They're looking like they got some good levels. Yeah, he's level 20 across the board, it looks like. Or was that Knight 29? Or Fighter, rather.
20, I believe.
Okay. It's got some good levels. Show finds Marsh Top here in the Mirage. It's he and Thunder pretty close. I wouldn't say that one's either ahead or behind, but we got a loose black shirt. So that's another tri-state gear off the table, or potentially just loose.
So after the first 2 loose items that we found, that we've had 2 more so far. So we know that 2 incentive locations are duds.
And we found
which
one.
Is Space Cave. So there's another dud incentive out there.
Mm-hmm. And Show taking the walk to Ordeals, and Thunder checked Waterfall, and I guess it was nothing because he's just leaving it behind. And he's going to go show us what's behind the Oxyel lock.
What magical far-off land will our special barrel take us to?
Iron goals on the world map. That's neat.
That is actually kind of neat.
Yeah, I wonder if Show knows what encounter that is. Chat, thank you pointing out that the waterfall had Earth 3, so didn't want to check the rod floor without the rod. But that could be incentive floor. What if the rod was there?
Yeah. Well,
but competing dungeon floors. Now is the Sea Shrine gonna have a rod for us? The other nice thing about finding these loose items is it's 10% more XP each one. Another Ribbo 2. Ribbons 2, final call, but it's boring. Ribbon's a whole lot cooler when it's a minus.
Mermaids had the X-Cal, which is not an incentivized item.
It's not?
So...
Oh yeah, that sword can't be incentivized.
So, I got the feeling that rod floor is a thing.
Mm-hmm. It's not likely gonna be the rod.
But it could be the key.
Stop reading my comments.
Power brains in unison.
But we got a power 5 stick. That's neat. It's written in lead speed. It's a power 5 tick.
Is a power 5 stick actually worth trying to melee with?
Sure. Anything's worth swinging once.
Yeah, alright. I'll buy it.
Alright, so Dang committing to a Soria grind here. Banesword's a good way to do it. Leave it to Dangwu to grind with the Dang strats. And it looks like he's getting a fair amount of preemptive strikes too, so.
I wonder what level that black belt's already at, because we've switched to punching strats. Well, 6 hits,
I think
so at least level 22.
I think he's 24.
Ooh, Overworld Gas D pack.
Show finding all the fun overworld encounters. Chat pointing out that we found Lich. Yes, Thunderclawed has killed Lich, and now Burt Reynolds is about to join the Lich killing party.
About to join the jumping the speed bump in the Walmart parking lot club.
In a shopping cart. So we're about 41 minutes in. We found Sarda. That's pretty cool. He's going to give us something. There's our rod. So... and Thunder found Kraken.
Ooh.
So we might not need what's behind that rod block. If we can find Carrie and a key, we'll be in go mode.
Yep. Although the list of places we can go is starting to get real short.
Well, there's still all of Cardia. And that's where Show's exploring now. And yeah, we haven't found the cube. We have the rod, so as long as she's not there. But here's our herb turn in. you gotta imagine that Opal -2. You gotta imagine that Bahamut is part of Show and Bert's plans here.
Right. Because with the X-Cal at least, or I don't know if the X-Cal had a minus. I think no, it was -2. That's right. So at least with defense and like the really good Opal armor that I assume they still have in their inventory, yeah, we need a Bahamut turn-in.
And Bert found another ribbon, so that's 3 ribbons, and all of them appeared to be loose, and ribbon was the only item that was incentivized.
So we're gonna have another dud location, either carry floor, rod floor, or the 2 locks.
Mm-hmm. So loose ribbon, that's fun.
And come to think of it, the only thing we really need at this point is the key. So that key is going to be either we have yet more loose to try and figure out, or that thing is on rod or carry floor.
Chat asking if we found both ends of the Titan's Cave. We have indeed. And it looks like Dangle got into a little trouble here on his grind and survived with like 36 HP. So kudos to him for making the adjustment to heal and walk out of here.
He simply steps out.
Yeah. And Thunder gets his vanilla rod.
Show's got Bahamut.
So yeah, Cardio is holding a lot of checks right now. A lot of key item turn-ins with and the C split. Neat.
I think Bahamut was off of one of the C splits, but I'm not sure about that.
Okay, because we still have to find the Marsh split too. So
someone found Ooh, no. Show found Marsh split. Bahamut was off of Marsh split.
Oh. And does that mean C was off Marsh split?
Oh, I hope we have the mythical...
Or Marsh was off C split, rather?
The mythical dumpster cave that just has both splits in it, and then like a lot of nothing.
And Bert finds the Cardi. Yep. So... yeah, so C right goes into March split, and March
Perfect.
north is
Bahamut.
Bahamut. Yeah, so not gonna be as good of a check for Thunder, but another thing we didn't talk about. Inverted MDEF is on for everybody, so yeah, he might already want to go ahead and promote. I forgot about that, and I made these flags.
Everyone wants to forget about inverted MDEF. Nobody wants MDEF.
It's the way you balance everything. People want to talk about balancing fighters and mages and MDEF, and that's the only way to do it.
False.
The only way to do it with the options on the website. Yep, and there he goes. He's promoting, so he knows the value of promoting that black belt with inverted MDEF, because now that master's going to start getting crazy good MDEF. As Bart Reynolds about to light his 3rd orb, so Show's definitely got the exploration lead on Bert, but Show hasn't found any of the Fiend dungeons, which is interesting.
Show might have found them, but backed out in favor of exploration.
True. As Dangu's going to join the Lich Killing Club, and without his trusty cake, I don't know what he's going to do. Just swing and nuke. Okay. And Lich says, ha 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 ha! You don't have cake. Here's Blaze. And
Lich is fighting back for once.
good for
And he's
Lich.
dead.
He tried. I think he went down on someone's screen to a 200 fade roll. Bert now in Ordeals. I missed what entrance he walked in, and Show is continuing the Cardi and finds the ice loop. So this is another confirmed incentive check.
Right. I forgot about both of these. The key might be these either. Me words.
Tri-state syntax. But there's a cube. That's neat. So cube at the bottom of Marsh split, looks like.
Sure.
And it looks like So, question from chat: inverted MDef, and we have inverted MDef for everyone on. So, fighters got a little weaker, mages got a little stronger.
Just to clarify on that real quick, the thing about MDef is that at its worst, a class will get 1 MDef per level, and at its best, a class will get 4 MDef per level. So we just essentially treat that as the scale, and we invert those values. If it was 1 before, it's 4 now. If it was 3 before, it's 2 now.
Yep.
Extrapolate from there.
Yep.
Basically, mages get better, fighter gets worse, black belt gets a lot worse, master gets a lot better.
Yeah. It almost feels like, especially the black belt, it feels like it's intended to be that way, because you can't imagine why the designers would have an unpromoted class be stronger than its promoted class. So I like to play with the black belt MDef fix, but no one else does.
I do kind of like it, but I rarely get to play it because I also rarely play something where I know I'm going to be black belt strats.
True. Alright, Bert through the pillar maze is going to show us what's in this incentive box. So this is a chest, this is a check unique to him. No one else has been here yet. You gonna find anything loose as Show finishes his ice clear. Another pro ring, that's all 3 pro ring -2s, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have to buy any of them. But white -3. Neat. Katana -4. Okay, so Sho finds the -4 vendor sword. Still looking for a key here.
Katana -4, otherwise known as a Vorpal, basically.
That only one class can equip.
Yep.
And no one brought that class. Alright. So, looks like Bert's on the other end of the Cardias. He finds Matoya. So this is another check unique to Bert right now. Is it the key? It's the bottle. What? That's a really fast turn-in. That's a fast turn-in from where we are. Show finding more chest density here at the Sharknado floor. So, what entrances do we still have to go into?
I don't believe anyone's done Mirage Tower.
I think Mirage Tower was a Cardia treasure. I think Show should be it.
Okay, so then it's just Cube Lock and Rod Lock.
Yeah.
So no Show hit ordeals.
Mm-hmm. Chat pointing out Mirage was top floor March. I knew it was not much.
Okay. So yeah, it's just the 2 locks because we got we did our Oxial check. That wasn't anything.
And looks like Thunder is establishing his grind.
Oh, was that a bonk 2? The power 2. The power of 2 gauntlets. 1 in each hand.
It's a matching set. Alright, so that's another tri-state item that's now incentivized. So I don't know what that does for us. It means we gotta go to Waterfall and check that rod lock.
We really gotta check that rod lock because that's gotta be key at this point, pretty much.
Yeah, unless it's behind Cube. We haven't found Carry floor.
Right.
So Carry could be behind the Cube lock with the key in that box. Or the Vorpal. We haven't found Vorpal yet.
Could be, but I know we found rods, so we could just do the rod lock check and then just go behind the rod lock. We could just do that.
And Bert getting his slab. Gonna do that check. Alright, so it looks like whichever Cardia hole Show fell into is pretty deep. I think this is the left side of C-Split.
It could be, but I feel like I've seen Earth 2 before. I just don't remember what's on the other side of it.
Okay.
So Dengwu and Mermaid's about to get the bad news about Excalibur.
Mm-hmm.
Or is that good news? I have no idea what he's even committed to anymore. Bert and Thunder are desperate to find Carry Floor and a key that will put them in go mode.
Yeah. But at least we know we have the canoe, we have the floater, we have the rod, we have the cube, we have the oxyale. So
we have all the pieces to the puzzle.
The seed is completable. So tonight's theme was, can this be done? And the answer is yes. So when some of the runners were practicing this flag string that I put together, they were bumping into incompletable seeds because I had a flag string copied wrong. So that's my bad. So, but Cyrenus, one of the platypuses, platypi, platypedi, the grown-up ducklings in the community had rebuilt the flags for me, and so shoutouts to Cyrenus for fixing my mistake. And Show finds Mirage 1 now. Ooh. So it looks like Bert gave up on the Cardia dive when he got that bottle and is missing all these checks that Show's now doing. Thunder's circling back for his bottle turn in as well. He'll get his power 2 bonk. He now has the power to bonk, whether he wants it or not.
I see what you did there.
And Burt Reynolds gets the black to black shirt. Black Mask 2 shirt. And Thunder finally heading back. Gonna do that rod block.
Moment of truth. What's it gonna be?
Is that where Show is? Because I know when you're in combat, the battle map will tell you what entrance you're in. And that's the waterfall cave, right?
That is not the waterfall cave.
That is not the waterfall cave.
That's a miscellaneous tile back set, but we got confirmation earlier that Show is in C-split left.
Right, which was in the Cardias, which is why that is that battle background.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So Thunder has the waterfall background in his Earth floor because he just found a Vorpal -1.
Oh boy.
And Dragon +5. Shut
Good
the
Lord.
front door. Throw that Opal 4 away.
Give me
that Drago 5.
Gimme.
Around it. I want to wear it.
We also got wooden 2 armor. Oh boy.
He didn't find dragon armor. He just found a living dragon and just like put him on like a suit.
Yeah, like the oh god, I'm blanking on the name. Star Wars Episode 5, the beginning of the movie. Tauntaun.
Oh, the Tauntaun?
Yeah, we found a Tauntaun dragon. We got there.
And there's Carrie behind the rod block. So Earth was not incentivized at a soft potion.
Okay.
Show running around in his Tauntaun. Bockum. I feel like I could do the noise better, but it would probably rip headphones.
We'll rain check that idea for now.
Sure. Bockum. And Carrie is not incentivized, so where in the world is our mystic key at?
Wait, hold up. Do we know that Carrie's not incentivized?
Yeah, it was a giant sword.
Oh, I missed that.
So
okay.
Key could be loose. 100% key could be loose.
And by loose, we mean behind the Q block.
Right. Because we've seen the 4 dungeon floors. We've seen Marsh. Well, it can't be. We've seen Marsh. We've seen Ordeals. We've seen Ice. We've seen Titans. We've seen the robot. We've seen Bicky. We've been to Crescent. We've done both dwarf checks. We've done the bottle. We've done the herb. We've done the slab. Yeah, I think Key has to be loose.
Almost certainly, and it's going to be loose behind Q Block
Yeah.
because they've gone basically everywhere else.
But for being still under an hour in, like, Thunderclaw putting up an impressive time here, just about an hour in, and lighting his 4th orb, and knowing that he only has one place left to. Well, he might not know that. He still has to dig out all these Cardia floors.
Right.
He's going to be checking some stuff unless he has the Galaxy Brain to go do the cube first.
I mean, it's amazing how much progress they've done, but I think we can mostly chalk that up to what happens when you have cheat code dwarves.
Yeah, and level 1 nuke.
And level 1 nuke.
And level 1 warp. And level 3 exit.
It's been a real good Magic Seed.
Yeah. So I think that's the consolation for these flags.
Yeah.
So he's checking the chime, so he might go check the cube block next before going to Cardia, or finishing out Cardia.
Maybe? That's a heck of a distance back to Canaria, though.
It's not too far. You got an airship. Dangwoo. And Ice 1. So he's in the Cardias, it looks like now. I'm just assuming, making assumptions based. Yeah, so there's his. He's in that C split. And at least all of the runners are being thorough in checking boxes. You would hate to orphan something and lose your key to it.
I really don't think they have a choice here, just because of all the shenanigans of.
Hey,
we have
Fizzle,
no idea.
Look how big Thunder's Galaxy Brain is.
Ah!
It's so big.
I'm gonna sit up in my chair for a moment just so I can witness the majesty of whatever we're about to see. I know not what. Aside from taking all of Beef's armor off, which I feel like I should object to, but I'm unsure why.
I think Beef is his red wizard, despite it looking a lot like a knight.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's Golbez, and that kind of checks out.
The crown. We didn't do the crown.
Oh.
And there's the final piece to our puzzle, and
Hey, look, it's the
just
key.
about an hour in, Thundercloud's in go mode, like full on adult go mode. I almost said grow mode. Now, do you immediately just buy the spells for? Well, he doesn't have a knight, so you just go find your grind, and that's what he's gonna do.
Like, what do we want the knight? Yeah, he doesn't have a knight, and I'm not even sure we want that knight to have anything.
Yeah, so maybe grab life at level 4 for the red wizard.
Basically that. Oh no! Did we ever hunt down Temper?
No, but we got power bond.
We know where the towns are. It would be an easy check for anything that's not on rack. And
Chat saying key on Astos is vanilla. It's close. It's French vanilla, and vanilla Astos gives the crystal, which eventually leads us to the key from the Elf Prince. But
yeah, it's lazy vanilla.
Yeah, just like them lazy dwarves.
That's the theme of the seed. Just kick back and relax. Whatever.
Tri-state difficulty? Oh, nope, it was set to easy this time. Sho Fukamachi's going to light his first orb as Thunder doing the lava grind to whittle those other light warriors down. Vanilla extract, please. So, just about 61 minutes, Sho lights his first orb. Bert still looking for, and I wonder how long it's going to be before he doubles back to Canaria to find the my brain blanked.
The Locky
carrot.
Dory thingy.
to carry for.
Oh,
With well, that carry was there, and then no carry. My brain
No.
broke.
so we
Carry was behind the rod block.
Yeah,
Key was behind the cube. We
yeah.
got it.
There you go.
My brain unborked itself.
Nailed it.
So good at my job. All right. So if Thunder's lucky here, oh nope, sorry, I punched the wrong one. If sorry I had punched Beef, that would have been awesome for him. But still
Again, I
working.
feel like I should be objecting to this, but I don't know why.
Let's get them sorry effects in chat.
Sorry, facts. That one was green.
I'm sorry this is happening.
Oh my god. I couldn't even do the sarcastic scream because it shut me down.
And with that Bane sword, it's gonna that's really nice. That's a really effective grind. Because you Bane sword to whittle it down, and then it's 1-on-1. Because even if it's 50-50, I mean, but I guess if it's 50-50, might as well just be punching anyway. But
Yeah,
I guess it has the upside of killing them both in one go.
potentially, but also you might have just wasted a turn and you might be 3-rounding it. I think the strategy is when there's 2, punch, and when there's more than 2, Bane sword, and then punch what's left.
Yeah, but he's getting ambushes on him now. So yeah,
That's the power.
I'm not.
First slot.
Well, we also have enemy and enemy surprise on runnables turned on. So when we get into Temple of Fiends Revisited, we could see ambushes from Chaos. We also haven't found the random Warmech. It's just out there in the world. Just in my mind, he's in the lake north of the waterfall, just sitting on a boat, looking at birds, just thinking about how cool this planet is and how he doesn't want to destroy it anymore.
Where did we find? We found 4 worms somewhere.
That looks like it's in a that's a Cardia somewhere. I
Yeah.
think Dangwu was on Earth, so either Hall of Giants or the Earth tile. No, just randomly.
Oh.
See, I thought he was on this floor because that's where he was before.
Right.
And that's where Bert was before. Interest in floor shuffle is really fun to track. Especially looking at 4 screens, just not consistently at the same time.
Look, you just gotta split your eyes left and right, and then just keep wiggling them up and down. It's fine. Get good.
But that's how I'm gonna have. I'm gonna break my brain.
Those are problems for future Caleb.
Yeah, future Caleb's got a laundry list of problems coming this way. Spring Tournament 2020. That's where all Caleb's bad mistakes come to fruition. So we're roughly 5 minutes into this Soria grind, and Clab is level 40. This should get him to 52 or 42. Math.
No, math is the dead one. We can't use it anymore.
Oh.
I guess we're done.
Yeah, he's at 42. So I'm sure he'll pick you back up, Math Girl. So Math Girl, thank you so much for doing the restreams. Thundercloud naming his party after the crew. Gotta love when the folks do that. Makes my heart feel nice. As everybody's still kind of exploring Shofugamachi, forgetting the NPC shuffles on. Just waiting for bad.
You got to be polite. You don't want to kill the bats. Like
that's why it's there. It's specifically for this floor.
I don't know what you're talking about. NPC Guillotine was made purely for my enjoyment when mixed with confused old men.
Chat asking, can you kill the bats with a flag that we call NPC Guillotine? Yes. If you talk to them, they disappear. It only works while you're on this floor. As soon as you leave and come back, they're back, because that's how bats do. But it will wipe out any NPC that you talk to that has just one dialogue option in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And so roughly hour 7, Thundercloud finds his way into the Temple of Fiends. as chat calling for elder abuse says you can use the NPC guillotine to great effect if confused old men are on. As a mandated reporter for Adult Protective Services, I would recommend not using it in the Crescent Lake environment. Those old men have a right to be there.
I mean, they have a right to be there, but as the designated heroes of the universe, destined to save us from the 2,000-year-old time loop,
that sounds a lot like entitlement.
They should have given me the thing that they were holding on the first ask.
Don't talk to me about this light warrior privilege. All right, so Sho Fukumachi finds Carrie, gonna double check this box. He's gonna cross his fingers, hope for that key. Gonna get the bad news that it's just a giant -3 sword, I believe. But he's gonna get the consolation Carrie kill and get to go back and dig up Tia and Lich and finish those, and I'm sure it'll be go mode in just a few minutes.
What would you rather have, a giant -3 sword or like an average -5 sword?
I mean, I like the small knife +5. Does that work? Is that an option?
Yeah, all right, I'll take it. Someday I'm gonna stop making stupid jokes about the names of these weapons. Today is not that day.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna get some. Oh, I was hoping. I like when I looked away for a second, and we're already on to Carry 2. So let's see what these how quickly these fiends fall to Clab the 42 black belt. It's 20 hits, 2205. Oh.
Shoutouts to Edgeworth in chat. Just for the amount of care he's showing to the confused old men.
NPC Guillotine, one of the many reasons that you should play Final Fantasy Randomizer. If you're looking to play an old school randomizer, we have a lot of crazy options that are super fun to play with. In addition to NPC Guillotine, one of our developers, One Fine Day, rewrote all of the spell books and monster creation, and you turn Spellcrafter and Randomizer on, and you're basically playing a whole new game. Like, it's kind of neat in that regard. In addition to all the wild stuff, and Burt Reynolds finds his Tauntaun and wants a greater than room, and he's got to be pretty excited about that. As I missed Kraken 2. Holy crap, Thunder, slow down.
Yeah, Thunder's Kraken 2 fight was basically just that, like an enormous punch for like 2,000 damage, and then there was a fine mist, and he just kept on trekking.
Okay, so Thundercloud, I'm watching you, bro. Let's pay attention to you and just you now. Are we going to make any adjustments for this chaos fight? We're full on disrespecting. So we're going to nuke, we're going to fast, we're going to punch, and we're going to fade. So we're not even going to try to do defense here. Clab punches 10 at 735. I got a feeling even if Chaos had max health, I can't even say the sentence. Thunderclaw finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, 55 seconds. So if you thought you were going to be in for a slog fest tonight, Tri-State turned off. It was easy seed. So we're going to try to get Thunder in here to talk about what happened. Wow. I can't believe that Topher was that glass.
Yeah, I gotta imagine that was like a sub-7 Topher.
Yeah,
actually, I could do the math on this. Our wonderful tracker Danny has him entering Topher at the 1 hour 6 minute 9 second mark and finishing at the 1 hour 9 minute 55 second mark. So we'll call that sub 4 minute Topher.
Yeah. When I guess this kind of shows you the interaction of having encounters shuffled everywhere. So you pull all those nasty encounters out of Topher, and you leave trash there. And yeah, And we're joined by Thundercloud, our first place finisher. GG, man.
Hey, thanks.
So there were several times when you were in Topher, I was like, oh, Thunder's in Topher, and I would look at something else and be talking. I was like, oh, Thunder's already through Lich? Wow. And the next thing I was like, oh wow, Thunder's on Tia? Let me pay attention to what's happening in this Topher. So what was going through your mind with this seed, dude?
I really liked that there was a long, spaced out run at the very beginning. Made a lot of early exploration really nice and not having a lot of encounters. But yeah, that Topher felt like it might be the fastest Topher I ever ran through because I didn't even heal for Chaos. I was like, nope, I'm going for world record pace here.
Yeah, that was pretty good, dude. Like you just flew right through that. Danny tracked you going into Topher at an hour 6:09, and you finished at 1:09:55.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely the fastest long Topher I've ever gone through.
The going into Topher time might be a little wonky because we don't the timer on stream wasn't going, but I feel like I looked when you went in and it was right around like an hour 5, hour 6 where you walked in, so it's definitely a sub 7 Topher.
Definitely like sub 5.
Yeah, according to your times, like sub 4 actually, but like you said, timer could be wonky. I got really nice turn order where I got like on a couple fiends, my fast would cast before my black belt hunched. I think on Kraken and Tia that happened.
You were,
or maybe it was Carry and Kraken.
So quick through Topher that I couldn't even like call the fights because I didn't realize they were happening because you were like not getting in random encounters on the way down, and B, if you ambushed them, they didn't have a chance.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I almost went in at 32 because I think I ran 2 of these, and I haven't really seen a really bad fiend in Topher, even though they'll go up to 350. But with the stat wrap, I didn't know how that would play out really, so I just played it safe and grinded to 42 beforehand, anyways.
Yeah, that stat wrap might have made it a little easier, but yeah, this is still a wild seed, and I'm glad it was completable.
Yeah.
It's always a plus.
I think the only entrance I didn't go into was Ordeals, so I'm not sure what was in there.
Show went into Ordeals. I think it was a floor. I'll give you that much. I don't think it was like an incentive. I think it might have been like a Cardia treasure. There might have been some good gear there. Mm-hmm. But with your party comp, you didn't really need that. No one on stream has found Masa yet, so I don't know where Masa.
I think at this point, Masa had to have been in Topher because I'm pretty sure we've seen every other box open.
It was key locked because we had. We did have 2 key locked incentive spots, so and no one was getting key.
Yeah, key is definitely the last thing that came to me.
Yeah,
that was a deep cube in Ice Cave too.
Yeah, and everybody on stream but Dengu has the cube, but no one double back to Canaria.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if I told you you're still the only person to have the key?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Show's cleaning up his. So he basically, you and Show were kind of even on exploration for a while, but you were killing fiends as you found him. He wasn't. So, and Bert was kind of keeping up with you with the fiend kills. Like he was maybe like a few minutes behind you, but he did like an earlier grind to get his fighter up to 20. But Show just grabbed his loot from Marsh. Bert still needs to do that as well too. But yeah, this was a fun scene to watch. You know, I like all the.
Well, I was telling you in the before the race when we were just hanging out in voice, I was like, I ran one of these where Nuke was level 1, and the seed was awesome because you get all that great EXP from the end game enemies you're running across the early game at Breeze. But then you get other seeds in this flag set. They're like, you don't get any sweepers at all, and you can't get to level 2 or 3 or 4 magic's not that good, you know. And it's like a struggle. So I was glad to see the Nuke at level 1 made this pretty breezy.
Yeah, the early magic was really good. I don't think anybody's found Temper, but most everybody has. Well, actually, you were the only one that committed fully to the black belt. Dang was running full ambivalence party with the fighter black belt up at the same time. Mm-hmm. Bert went with my turtle party, the knight white double black, and Sho did the fighter rainbow. So we never found Warmech, so that's sad. Hopefully one of our runners will find a Warmech for us, but if they're all sort of manipulating that first encounter like you were, Thunder, I don't think they will.
Yeah.
But
I noticed that Lich 2 had like sub 200 HP almost or something like that.
I didn't even see you fight Lich, man.
Yeah. I
was-
think I got a Harm 2 out for like 80 something, and then in low roll nuke for like 130 and it died. Like, okay.
That'll do it. But yeah,
So-
but I've been talking forever. Fizzle,
so
you can go.
So Thunder, what are your thoughts on cursed and blessed weapons? And
I think
gear?
they're a lot of fun, actually. I'm still not like a guru at knowing, okay, an opal -3, is that better than a gold 4? You know, things like that. Like,
right.
but I really find it fun, and I think it really adds a variety of usable weapons to the end game, possibly, and takes some away that you would normally be like searching for in
Yeah.
most of the games.
Like, what was it that race we had the other night where there was Excal +5, and it was just a mass destruction machine, and
Yeah.
everybody was doing the Masa -4, but that Excal 5 was just crushing stuff.
Yeah, it can make like a Sun Sword where like, I guess I can make this work, but it's going to be terrible. But a Sun 5 can be like, all right, this is pretty nice.
Yeah, like the Bane 5 is like viable.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of crit on that because yeah, the Bane naturally has a little bit more crit than most swords. Not nearly as much as Vorpal, but more than most. But then the
Yeah.
+5 crit added to that, nice.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite new features of the beta site is the blessed and cursed weapons. Like,
I think I agree with that. It's pretty fun.
if there was any feature I would want the devs to push to live as soon as possible, it would be that.
Mhm.
It's such a cool thing. And I remember watching the development Discord when they were talking about it, and I was like, what is this? And then to see it be implemented in like all in the course of like 4 or 5 months, you know, to get it created and get it updated and to get it on the site, it's really cool. And that's the thing, like another cool thing about the randomizer is if you're out there, you have coding experience, you know how to like unpackage one of these things. I don't know computer talk, but you can come in here if there's something you want to do, you can just do it. Like I was talking about one fine day, just rewriting the game to be able to just make new magic and enemies. I know a Tiny Fairy and a few other people have done a lot of the modifications where like the modern battlefield, and I know she was working on like a modern UI for the menu screen, so like you can basically just turn this game into whatever you want it to look like. And I'm waiting for the patch that turns us into Final Fantasy VII, so that'd be real cool,
Give me that materia system.
right?
Devs, get on it. I love you, devs. I don't mean to give you commands.
Yeah, but that's just the thing. Like the blessed and cursed weapons didn't even come from the main dev team. It was just I wish I could remember the person's name, but I'd have to go dig through the developmental Discord to find it. But it just popped in. It was like, look at this thing that I did, and then it was implemented. I was like, and it's now one of the hottest new features on the beta.
Hmm.
So shout outs to you, developer whose name I can't remember, and I'm sorry. So I'd love to give him a plug right now, but my brain is doing brain things.
It's all right, man. We'll get through this together.
All right, Sho is still looking for that key, but Bert's got his key. He's into Topher, so Bert's plugging away. Let's see what his fighter comp does through this Topher.
All I know is that Tia has Cure 4.
Not that it helped.
All right,
I
Sho.
think I saw Lit 2 on Chaos. I think that's about the extent of my Topher knowledge.
All right, Sho. Remember your Q block.
Anybody get a Warmech today?
No Warmech. Warmech was hiding.
Oh.
That's the downside of the shuffling enemies across zones. Is he went somewhere, and yeah, Sho, you already talked to the old man. You gotta go do your Q block. But Sho's showing us exactly which NPC.
Yeah.
Edge, you might want to call the APS in Crescent Lake. All right. Go to the Q block show. I'm willing it in my mind. Go to the Q block.
Go back to the beginning of the game.
Go back to the what's that? The Ninja Turtles 2? Go back to the beginning. Splinter.
I assume I took a couple fights. I took, I think, one regular fight in where the Q block is, and then I got to the trap tile and took mummies. I assume most people did like a little level gain there.
There you go, show. I missed Lich 2 again. Our runners are too fast. Carrie looks like she had some health though.
Yeah.
So she was a little chunky.
I mean, I think I literally punched for 2,000 damage on like 3 of the 4 feats.
No, yeah, you definitely punched Carrie for 20 hits and 2205. I'll remember that. I'm not gonna do that kind of damage. And you got that, but that Force-Oria grind was really quick too. Like I think you went from wherever you were to 42 in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, the EXP scaling and key items is really, really generous with this flag set. So I had no worries about going to 42 as opposed to 32 for speed.
Yeah, that was my intent when designing it. Was like I knew that they could be nasty with all the random tri-state gear and stuff. So I figured if it's every possible floor you could check and XP was nice, it would make the seed kind of straightforward. I think the easiest way to make this feel typical would be just to turn on clamps for bosses.
Right.
How did the vanilla enemies feel with the health wise?
Honestly, they didn't feel too bad at all. They felt pretty close to what you regularly experience. I don't think I hit anything that was really high.
Okay.
I did see the death touch on wolves though. That was pretty cool.
Oh, we missed that.
Yeah, we missed that one.
And speaking of missing things, down goes Kraken 2 for Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, I was watching that one. Burt did lose a black mage in the process, but got through it.
Kraken 2 melee did melee things, but that's the only real thing of note in that fight.
And Dangwu into wow, so we got a foot race between Dangwu and Show here. We're gonna get all our runners finishing in the next 5 minutes probably. As Burt's on to Tia, and Dangwu must have had a very different routing because he didn't check nowhere near as much stuff in power and Cardia, so he didn't fall victim to the big long super dungeon because he's also not promoted. So yeah, he definitely never went to that C in the marsh split.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so he must have. Yeah, we'll have to ask him about that.
Yeah, I think that just got me a promotion. I don't remember what was on the other side. Oh wait, no, that was Ice Cave, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he might have just done the cube and got out of there. And Bert's on to Chaos, so we're gonna fast.
Spotted on Dangwu's screen, Lich 2 had under 172 health. Dangwu decides maximum disrespect, pulls again. Lich 2 has less than 156 health.
He's grinding Lich.
He's a madman. I want him to get nuked for his sins.
Dangwu, the people's champion. The black mage ain't gonna punch him down.
What new ding strat will he pull out next week?
Tune in and find out. So is that 5 Lich kills? He said, I don't have cake, so let me just beat you up a little bit.
Chaos is doing a number on Bert's party. Bert has been
he's punchy boy.
strats.
Yeah, but he got a evade cap, so he's just the difference between the. I don't think he's actually swung with Bert the Knight yet. So I have a feeling after all these bonks and locks, that I'm assuming Vorpal that he's swinging is going to do some work.
I'm pretty sure at this rate it's just going to be one swing and then dead.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of nukes that went off prior to this point.
He's balked like 6 times.
Maybe he just wanted the man mode strats.
Yep.
10 hits, 1549. Burt Reynolds gets it done. Hour 26:22. GG Burt. Yes,
GG
shows
Burt.
very fun. If he wants to come join us, he usually comes and just hangs out in chat, but see if he wants to come talk to us about it.
Ooh, surprise attack on Kraken.
You gotta love when that happens. We're gonna fire off a white -3. Get some nukes. A big punch. 7 hits, 842. And
Grinding Kraken.
Oh my god. The madman. The madman.
freaking Dangwoo. And he wonders why he lost so many races to me. He does stuff like this. He was probably doing this the whole time. But we haven't really seen anything particularly nasty in this seed, so.
No, there hasn't been anything like dangerous, and this has been like a super paper topher.
Yeah. So you're welcome. And I rolled this seed, and it wasn't scary. So hey, yay! That's fun.
Thinks he's gonna do the same to Tia 2 here.
He might until he sees the Cure 4.
And so far, I think Tia 2 has had like a 2 for 4 success rate on like preempting everything to just cast Cure 4 immediately.
Yeah. And Show swinging on Chaos, gonna start firing off Fate. Nope. Gonna switch up, go back to the white shirt. We haven't seen much into Chaos' spell list because he has like fewer than 1200 HP.
Beyond the Lit 2, I saw that Chaos had a Quad Axe.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing anything other than that. I saw a lot of punches.
Yep. We're gonna go back to microwaving, swinging that X-Cal. 10 hits, 159. We're gonna keep walling. And
He actually hit 42 on that Tia 2. He actually needed or wanted to grind those gains for a reason.
And with a swing of 96, Shofukamachi takes down Chaos as Dangu's doing victory laps.
Using Garland as a lap counter.
Oh, nice surprise on Chaos.
Nice. So, Black Belt jumps out ahead of the turn order, but the nuke from Asher might take it down. Nuke comes in 300. Nice unresisted nuke roll there. And we'll get another round off this. And we're gonna reset, we're gonna nuke, we're gonna swing, and we're gonna nuke. So nuke comes in 100 damage, Chaos punches, we're not worried about it. Another 100 damage from a nuke, and big punch, 1030, 19 hits. There it is. Dangu finishes in 4th place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 29 minutes, 46 seconds. And Show!
Hello.
How's it going, man? GG.
He
Thanks.
show.
Thanks. Oh man, I feel really dumb not going to the cube dungeon. I was like, where do I need to go?
Yeah, we saw you doing the elder abuse in Crescent Lake. Edge threatened to call APS on you.
Yeah. I forgot about the cube dungeon. I was like, man, I've checked everywhere else, and I was looking at my notes. I'm like, oh yeah, cube dungeon. I have that.
Yeah.
Should go there.
Yeah, Cube was the place to go, and I was wondering, like, when we were watching it, like Thunder, I didn't know if he was gonna go finish out doing the cardia checks before doing Cube, but then you went to Chime, and I was like, okay, he's probably gonna go to Cube now. So, and you did, because we had it deduced that was likely the place to go. So
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I picked up. Was it the rod that ended up leading to?
yeah, you did route
Okay.
that. You did route that well.
That's pretty nice.
And Dangwu joins us.
Hey, geez.
Dangwu, the king of the Lich 2 grind and the Kraken 2 grind. How's it
That's-
going, man?
Good. You know, I wanted to make sure I hit 42 just before chaos, and I did. It worked out perfectly.
Nice. I don't believe that was intended, but
I mean, this definitely was a seed for a black belt. Like you could, easily level 1. Although the class change came, I guess, fairly late in terms of magic defense, since the magic defense was inverted. I
yeah.
think the part that threw me off was the weapons. I was like, what is going on here?
Oh, the blessed and cursed weapons is one of my favorite new features.
I didn't see that checked when I first checked the flag, so I don't know. But I mean, it can only be so much difference between like silver 1 and silver 2, I'd assume. But
Yeah, but a chain +4 or chain +5 is really good to find. And if any of like the in-game swords have like a modifier of like 3 or over, they're real good. Like I would love to see somebody swinging that Bane 5 sword,
no,
because that probably would have put in some work.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but you guys did pretty good. I when I made these flags, I wanted like a fun, crazy entrance floor shuffle that would show off the tri-state and the blessed and cursed weapons, and so I was trying to think of ways to help it be a little manageable, and keeping the towns vanilla was the where I landed. So.
By the way, thanks a lot. Okay, you're like, hey, you should totally do this. So I start playing it, and then I'm like going through these floors, and I'm like, you know, I should probably pull up a floor entrance shuffle thing so I can keep track of where I'm going. So I just sat there for like 3 minutes trying to find out where my tracker was for it.
I mean, you did really good for having read the flags like 10 minutes before the race started. You did really well. So,
Hey, you know, just grind on those whiz mummies and red gargoyles for a little while. I had a heck of a, you know,
I mean,
heck of a couple.
in all honesty, if you hadn't have done the Lich 2 grind, the Carry 2 grind, you and Cho probably would have finished a little bit closer, because you didn't check nowhere near as many of the entrances in the Cardia. Like, you hit your go mode a lot faster than with fewer checks, I guess you would say, than a lot of the other runners. Yeah, you were the only one that didn't promote either. So
Where was Bahamut? Because I swear I went to every location.
he was
in-
the top of Marsh Split, I think.
Oh, the one location I didn't go. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would have been really awkward because I don't remember where that's at. Yay!
That was-
Best notes ever.
Tiny Cardia, because that was like every floor in the game was in Tiny Cardia.
Yeah, that was a big dungeon.
Like huge. I was like, oh my gosh, how deep can this go?
So
Double fork and everything.
Bert in chat wants to know what kind of Galaxy Brain Thunder did, and I think it was just bringing a black belt.
Yeah,
And
say I'm trying to think. I didn't really do any like crazy route divergence. I didn't do Temple of Fiends check. I went to Provoca after getting out of Canaria, and then I went to Matoya's and got the ship. Maybe
Yeah.
that saved me a little bit of time.
I think Thunder was our first on-stream runner to hit Ultimate Lazy Dwarves.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was the greatest.
Oh gosh.
I saw the anime and I was like, wow. And then I got the floater and canoe. I was like, what is this?
yeah,
That was really funny.
you get the adamant, and I was like in the process of like talking about how lazy these dwarves could be, and they gave floater, and I was like, now watch, TNT is gonna turn into canoe, and it happened.
I mean, it basically kind of had to, or else there would have had to been like a canoe in Crescent Lake.
Or
Most likely.
Onrak, because you guys had the Oxyel by that point. So, but yeah, this was a lot of fun to do comms and watch, but we're ahead of time, and everybody's got a little bit more time than
I feel like I could have done a solo Black Mage against Lich 2, you know, to grind up
I mean-
levels, because I swear he had like 146 health.
I think your lowest was 152.
Well, now that the seed's finished, we can just pull it up.
Because yeah, Lich 2 like died like breathing.
As Lich 2 is wont to do.
No, I don't have the seed. Oh, yeah, I do. I do have it.
It was,
I do not have it. You rolled it.
Yeah,
Most
I
of
thought I
the
had close
themes are pretty easy.
browser.
Like Chaos was probably the hardest, just because he had high defense.
Right.
But yeah, this definitely would have been a seed. There was an Agama tile, Brine tile, in Vanilla, well, where Marsh Cave is, but it was Cardia Treasure, whatever, on that first floor, which was fire.
Yeah, it was the four Sarias.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
149
was like,
with double nuclear. Nice.
Chaos was at 1033, no agility, and nothing really scary. He had Zap behind Quad X, but we had at least 2 ribbons across the board.
yeah, and I'm assuming Chaos had pretty high defense because 10 hits for 120 damage.
He had 97 defense. Tia 2 hiding Thunder, Crack, and Nuclear.
Okay.
So we never saw skills from Tia.
Where'd all the nukes go? Was Warmech like the sleeping Omega threat? Like,
Yeah, Warmech had double nuke
Oh,
at the end of his spell list.
But he had swirl nuclear tornado.
God.
Lich with that double nuclear and then the other nuke at the end of his spell list. So probably that nuclear could have surprised your Lich grind there, buddy.
Oh, by the way, Warmech with 4 hits. Oh, that's tasty.
Oh my gosh.
And 191 strength. I mean, that's fine.
Oh my gosh.
And 106 agility, so and 87 defense. So like Warmech, but 625 HP.
Oh,
Whoa, wait a minute. According to this, Warmech is not resistant to dark. I have new Warmech things to do against him. I'm casting dark.
you sure do, buddy.
that will happen.
Oh man. All right, so I guess we'll go around the horn and get final thoughts and give Randomania their channel back. Dangwu, our Topher grinder. What are your final thoughts, man?
It was fun, you know. Very last minute joining in, and it was interesting. I haven't done a BB grind in a while, and I decided I was gonna go fighter for that awkward chance of a hard Topher, which ended up not being the case. So it was fun.
Nice. Sho Fukamachi.
Yeah, it was good. Definitely, like, I'm heavily on the entrance floor shuffle. Just need to throw in some town shuffle in there too. It'd be really good. And definitely like,
Sorry.
you know, if we can get a guide on the weapon thingy and the armor thingy, like, because it looks really fun. But I was just a little thrown off. I was like, I don't get it. It was just like when Spellcrafter came out. I'm like, what is this Dia 8? You know. So, but once we learn it, I'm sure it'll be like super fun. And yeah, we'll see a lot more variations. Like, oh, I'm gonna use Bane 5 sword today. You know?
Yeah.
So it'll throw a lot of variation, which would be really cool.
Yeah, I really like the Blessed and Cursed weapons. And last but not least, Thunder, our first place finisher. What are your final thoughts, man?
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the plus and minus weapon and armor thing, or blessed, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, just had a lot of fun. Good flags.
Well, thanks for everybody showing up and running it. I'll thank you, Math Girl, for doing the restream. Thank you, Danny, for tracking. Thank you to Fizzle, my co-comps, for joining me on this night of shenanigans. I'll pass it to you to close us out, Fizzle.
Well, as Caleb said, big thanks to Randomania for hosting us. Big thanks to Math Girl. Without her, we would literally not have a show tonight. Big thanks to Tracker Supreme, the Danny 3883. For everyone here, my name is Lord Fizzlebeef, and we will see you next time.